Today, we celebrate and pay tribute to our friend and co-host, Captain Travis Holeman. We then look forward and invite some new faces to fish the waters off Panama City Beach, and one thing is clear, the Gulf doesn't disappoint.
I mean, that is one of the most stressful things ever, is world record fishing.
Yeah, look at that!
Chasin The Sun is brought to you by Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. Dulce Vida Tequila. Minn Kota. And by Pirates Cove Marina. You enjoy the Gulf, we'll take care of the rest. The outdoor world lost a true friend last year. Captain Travis Holeman was a one-of-a-kind character who lived his life to the fullest. He loved challenging adventures with friends and family. Always on a quest for knowledge. His perspective of the natural world kept him constantly curious and genuinely eager to share his thoughts and experiences. And for all who knew him, push boundaries.
The self-discovery in fishing is what makes it interesting for me. It's not about fishing, just fishing. It's more about making the memory that lasts forever. You know, that was a fantastic trip, and gosh, we had this awesome experience, and the mood was set with the music. So over time, efficiency has always kind of been my guiding light, and it helps me discern what's real and what's not. Because if someone tells you that you're doing something wrong, or it's the only way to do something, that means they don't know enough about what they're doing to have done the other 100 different ways to do it. Fly fishing was our passion, my brother and I, for basically our entire childhood. But for the most part, we fly fished trout all over the world and all over the trout streams in America. It was a fabulous time in my life. I didn't have any cares really, and you know, we got to go see places that we thought we never would because we had a reason, which fishing is a great reason to go do things. You know, it's just the way it should be. You can't have a unique experience with the same stuff over and over. The cool part about the beach is it's like standing on the edge of the human environment. As soon as you step into the water, you reach a whole different scene. Which the cool part about the water is, you know, the fishing guides are the ones that actually know more about what's happening with the seasons and the change and the migrations of the fish and the moon phases and how it all works together and correlates, and when the fish are in to spawn and when they're moving around and what they do on the north wind and when the dolphins are here, how the dolphins feed. Dolphins are actually pretty cool. You know, each pod has their own little form of hunting, and it's passed on from generation to generation. The survival of the fittest still is, you know, surrounded by song and stories and passing on history, where none of that exists at all in the natural realm of the animal kingdom. Fishing has taken advantage of the life struggle that occurs, the fight or flight, the food chain, which we are not necessarily part of any longer as we progressed as humans. You know, everything else on the planet operates in live or die, live or die, live or die. And to insert ourselves into this whole battle of life and death, and to be able to put your hands on these critters at the moment in which they're fighting super hard to survive, and then to release them back into the water, it's super cool. And when you bring that interaction of the human scene and to put us in the actual food chain and to see how it operates with bait and lures and the whole experience, you know, it's fantastic. And the best part is is you can do it over and over and over, and you're really doing no harm. You're actually learning as you go about yourself and the species and how they, you know, hunt prey and how to approach them, how to coax them into eating. You know, it's kind of like stepping back to our roots, but really just stepping out of time, just for a short moment. I don't know. Maybe I just like going fast and burning dinosaurs to make smiles, because you know, it's kind of, that's part of the fishing experience, is when you push on the throttle and you feel the power, that last 15-second foray at 55 or 60 miles an hour, and it feels like you're going a million miles an hour. It just makes you smile. And at the end of the day, all we're really looking to do is make smiles.
I was at a funeral service for a good friend of mine, Travis. Mr. Holman, Travis's dad, said, you know what? You should go chase records with Captain Leake, Captain Justin Leake. And I said, well, tell me about it. And so that's when I found out about Panama City Beach and the great world record fish that exist here.
Get on the boat, baby!
Yeah, we got it! We got it! Yeah, we did! That is totally it! I mean, that is one of the most stressful things ever, is world record fishing.
We all must move on when you suffer a loss, and as fate would have it, we met Meredith McCord at Travis's service.
She holds world records, focuses mostly on fly fishing, right?
Mostly on flies, but I do a little bit of everything.
Okay, oh, that's good, because today we're gonna throw a little loop in there and set you up with some spinning tackle.
What?
And see if we can catch one on the spinning tackle.
And when you say one, what are we doing?
Tarpon. Man, it's summertime in Panama City Beach. We're tarpon fishing.
Now I feel like they're
I know, they're cutting out.
Yeah, to our right.
Wind it in if it ain't in them.
No, not
You're not in the game.
Yeah, I've got to do more of a side cast.
Yeah, I think the sidearm thing. Oh, you got him!
Yeah, got him.
All right, here we go.
It was that.
It
Leake.
was. Look at that!
Woo, that's a monster.
That is a beast.
Oh,
And we saw him bite too. I just didn't know he had bit it.
Yeah,
because he
did.
ran up to it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
he's
no,
still there.
He's still on. He's still on.
First bite, first hook up, you know, the fish runs, it jumps, she bows to it, perfect rod angle. Now that I realize she can do this, I also realize I'm gonna have to step up my game, or this might be a whole show about Meredith catching tarpon and me just sitting around watching.
So talk to me about kind of your protocol on fighting a fish like this on spinning gear.
Stages, making it through the first little jump session and keeping them attached.
Yeah.
Did that, check.
Yeah.
Step 2, let him stretch you out. One thing I don't like to do is to go chase the fish.
Right, because it doesn't wear him out.
That's it. Make him
right.
pull that drag. And we did that. Now, once we get that line back and get him close to the boat, then phase 3 will be actually pulling them and trying to control them. That's it, pulling angles.
He's out there. How much line do you have on this stuff?
300 yards.
Holy. That, you know, that's a really good learning tip for me.
Yeah.
Doing this is that I didn't have the total slack out of the line.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if I had, then I would have felt that
You would have
bite
felt it, that's
the
it.
moment it happened.
But it is such a hard balance, because sometimes you need to open the bail and feed that bait back to them. So I do try to kind of keep clicking it shut, come back tight a little bit. Basically, I try to keep in contact with it.
That's right.
But it can be hard to fish.
Same with the fly, though, too.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
But it was so cool. Even though I was learning a new method of fishing for one of my favorite species in the world, tarpon, I was able to see a lot of correlation between fly fishing and conventional fishing for tarpon. I say he's over 100, wouldn't you?
I'm positive, yeah. Yeah, and he may be a lot better than what you think.
Well, that last...
Oh, he's still coming.
That last jump I saw was... Nope.
Until you see that hook skipping across the surface of the water and you know that fish is gone, don't give up on them. Just real fast, because a lot of times that fish has turned and run back at you for some reason.
Keep going, he's still on up there. No, maybe not.
I've never known why some of these fish turn and run back to the boat, run back to us.
Yeah,
yeah,
he is.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. That's why you don't give up right there.
That's right. Wow.
And I learned something just mind-blowing here. And I don't know if this happens regularly, but this is certainly what happened in this case. There's a big hammerhead out there, and the fish, I'm sure, sees that shark way offshore and says, you know what? I think I was safer back up towards the beach. And so he starts heading back towards the beach.
I have never ever had one shark mess with a tarpon that I'm fighting.
Not one, which is really cool because we get to fight these fish and not have to worry about the shark predation. And that fish was able to come back in shallower and the shark stayed out there. So, you know, maybe we just have a little natural buffer where the sharks stay in their water, tarpon stay in their water.
I'll tell you what, for a fish that didn't jump, I can't believe you got him that close.
Ooh.
Because that is a beast. I'm going to guess from here he's 130. And
That is a fine.
when those big tarpon
Look
don't
at that
jump
tail.
a lot, it's just an amazing creature.
Oh, we don't like to see that breathing. Come on, fish. Don't let me let you rest.
The way we fight these fish is for the fish's health. We want to fight that fish with everything we have. We want to whoop that fish, have them come in quickly, and that way the fish is still vibrant, energetic, just ready to go when we release them, which is perfect.
You know, I feel like every tarpon battle has a ratio of number of jumps to fish size. Not many jumps, extra large fish. Put those together, lots of pulling.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I think this is harder than fly.
I told you, I don't get it. But this is where you can start to use some actual technique.
Yeah. Pulling down that lateral line.
That's it, just like that. And then just be ready for him to shoot under the boat.
All right, leadered fish.
That's
I don't
it.
know if y'all
Got
count
a
it.
leader. Oh yeah. Kidding me?
Oh man, look
Yeah,
at
see
that
if we
beauty.
keep his head up. Pull him back to your left. Look at that. Just
Gigantic.
flip the bail open and just stick it in the rod holder right here.
Got it.
And that way if he takes off, we still got him up.
Oh, look at that tail, you guys. Justin, that's a beast.
Hey.
No wonder I'm tired. Woo! Incredible.
Same fish, they swim all over the world.
They do.
But it's pretty catching them here, isn't it?
It is. Gosh. My first fish on conventional.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, first tarpon.
There's not many times you get a pro angler that's traveled all over the world and get to have a first.
There you go. Okay, you got her tail?
Yep.
I'm gonna push her
Yeah,
head
just
out.
let her go.
There
She'll
she
swim
goes.
good, she's happy.
Woo!
We're on the board.
Yes.
Good job.
All right.
Big slimy
Amazing.
high five.
Give it my all, using my whole body, because these little arms can't do much of anything.
That does
Anyway.
go to show you though, like size and strength
Yeah.
really is not that important. Technique trumps everything. That's what matters.
We got her in.
All right, let's go find another one. Now it's my turn.
Okay, good.
If you'll let me catch one.
Oh, well, I might need another bottle of water and
All
a little
right,
rest.
good.
But yeah, I'm ready. That was incredible. Thank you.
Justin returns to the boat with longtime friend and pro redfish angler Fred Myers.
So we're gonna tarpon fish in these kind of adverse, tough conditions. Why aren't we fishing right now?
Man, that's just the way fishing is. You got to make the best of your conditions that are given to you, and you also got to make it happen. We're not just fishing, we're trying to catch. So if y'all don't see any tarpon fishing today, or catching today, it's Justin's fault, not mine.
So before we even start fishing, I got a new rig for this season. It was always like a new, the hot
New
rig
rigs
for that
always
season.
scare me. Always scary.
Is this one of these knots that took you like 3 hours to tie? If we lose this
I think in
knot,
30 seconds. I will say, Fred,
if we lose this knot, we have to go home because it takes Justin 4 hours to tie it.
why do we always tinker with it? Why can't we just be happy with one knot?
Because you're trying to get that bite. You're trying to get that one bite. You're trying to get the bite that the guy didn't get before you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're fishing tarpon fishing, we're fishing migrating fish, so you know they've been fished before they got to you.
The slick leak special.
I wanted to practice it. Now, just for everybody at home, you think you could tie this knot with a smaller leader?
No doubt. That's what I'm saying. I created this little system for tarpon fishing.
Yeah, that's real easy because...
And it's actually pretty quick. I just did it slow for that. Once you used to tying it, it's not quite as quick as a uni, but it's close. But it's so slick.
The idea is to get a slick knot so you can reel your line inside of your guide, you can cast better, and you can fish with a longer leader.
That's right. And obviously a longer leader is stealthier.
Yeah.
A lot of advantages. Fred's gonna go home and sit on the toilet with 2 pieces of fishing line and practice tying that.
I was thinking about doing it right now.
So something I get asked a lot is how far offshore do we have to go to catch a tarpon? But they're migrating right here on the beach, right?
The beach is your friend.
That is, man. It's like the highway for these fish.
They come in from offshore down south. They hit that beach and they have nowhere to go except down the beach.
Yeah.
And they're going one way most of the time. They're going west and they're migrating west. And you know, the bottom line is if you don't catch that group today, you got to look for another group tomorrow.
Still going. Yeah. Look, they're still going. Look, they're still there. There.
That's what I would have done
That's
first.
hundreds of tarpon right there. That's what we're looking for right there, Fred.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, you know, when you see a group of tarpon and it just keeps going and going and going and going, you found the right ones. So the whole concept behind this kind of fishing is finding these big schools of fish. You might want to check that drag.
I'm checking it.
I loosened it up so you wouldn't be able to set the hook.
What my challenge is what to do with the fish once I hook up on a tarpon. It's way different. If a redfish jumped like a tarpon, you'd never catch one.
Reel. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was the bet?
Can you make it over me?
I'm like,
Oh, look at that. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, okay. Dude, he smacked him on the surface.
It's just amazing to me what a tarpon does when you catch it. Therefore, that's where I need some of your coaching. I hate to even say that. But
so, I mean, do I loosen the drag on this thing at all?
Can I hold your rod and catch that one?
No, do I loosen the drag on this thing at all?
No.
Just keep pressure on it?
The funny thing is though, like I know you're asking for some coaching when you get hooked up, but in reality, if I'm not there, you would have done the same thing. You would have done it right.
Oh, I could have done it better without you.
You probably would have done it better
I
without my coaching.
I could have.
But the other part of that is you can do everything what we call right, and the fish still come off.
Oh, he's off.
He come off?
Yeah, he came off.
What'd you do?
I was asking you what to do when he came off and you did not respond. It's your fault. He just came unhooked though.
I know I did everything right.
Yeah, no, you
Except
did.
maybe a little bit, you sabotaged my hook a little bit on that first one.
No.
I mean, we didn't break off or nothing. We just lost him. A little bit of tarpon on there.
There you go, sir. We say we want to catch any of these tarpon, and that is true. They're all fun. But when you hook one of the monsters, it's definitely more fun.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm on, baby. Woo! Rough, windy, we ain't giving up. Here it comes again. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Giant.
Chasin the Sun has been brought to you by Minn Kota, Florida Water Sports, Panama City Inshore. These guys can fish. And by Visit Panama City Beach. Real fun beach. This season will bring new faces and new adventures, chasing world records, launching new reefs,
How big are these? They're huge. I don't know, maybe 50 feet tall. Wow.
and going further offshore than ever before.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. Good job, dudes. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. On the little plug rod. What does everybody think it is? Wahoo? I think it's going to be a big wahoo.
This season will be a testament to fun and adventure in the sun.
I met
Captain Travis Holeman down in Venice, Louisiana, about in 2000, gosh, I think it was 2010. And I was down there pursuing bull reds on the fly, trying to get an IGFA world record. And I met him at dinner one night, and there were about 8 guides all around, and they were intrigued by what I was doing, but Travis was particularly intrigued. He always, also a competitive angler, always was going for the big one. He had a couple of IGFA world records at that time, and so kind of, if you will, took me under his wing and started mentoring me. And Travis never had a shortage for giving advice, and I was the recipient of much of that advice.
So when you talk about the Holman brothers, you say entertaining, but I think they take entertainment to a different level.
Oh yeah.
You were never gonna be at a redfish tournament and not know when the Holman brothers were there. And Travis has probably seen and done more than most people will